How is everyone doing today? This is Big Mike, and in this series, I invite you to come with me on my weight loss journey. Next year, January 10 to be exact, I turn 50, and for that day, I have placed a goal and am determined to be back down to around my Marine Corps weight. This is going to be a daunting task. A, because of the sheer amount of weight to be lost, and B, I've got bad knees, so I can't run. So there will be no jogging and little cardio. Of course, this means achieving my goal will have to come through diet and weight training. To kickstart this returning to health project, I've decided to try some of the fad diets going on around that promise quick and safe methods of dropping pounds. After long deliberation, my first will be the potato diet. However, before we get started, please, I urge you to follow me on this journey by hitting that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and punching that notification bell. Okay, so if you haven't heard, the potato diet is one where your daily consumption is, you guessed it, potatoes. There are a few variations out there, and even a long-term one, where you eat potatoes for like 3 days, then whatever you want for 3 days, and repeat. But I'm doing the potato-only diet. And there's probably going to be a little fluctuation in that, as I'll probably have some leafy greens somewhere in there also. But I will attempt to do this for 7 days to start, and maybe I'll go further, or maybe I'll switch to another one. Actually, I'm willing to take your suggestions. So if you would, just drop me a comment, tell me what you think. So the rules that I will follow will be pretty simple. I can eat any potato in any fashion, as long as with them I only eat seasoning and condiments. Each day, this being day 1, I will bring you my morning weigh-in, a little footage of what I'm eating, and any tips that I may have on making it through. I promise I'll always keep it short and to the point, keeping it right around 5 minutes or so each day. And if you have any questions, please ask, and I'll try to answer them in the next video. Side note, anybody who subscribes, likes, hits notification, and comments gets a shout out to their page. Alrighty, well, today was harder than I thought it would be. And honestly, I probably shouldn't have started today because I've had a lingering headache for the past couple of days. However, I said, what the hell, it'll go away eventually, and I got started. Now, I like potatoes, so I figured day 1 would be easy. But my brain and my stomach was noticing that there wasn't any meat on those plates. And psychologically, they kept saying, you're not done. And though I felt full, I found myself in the kitchen wanting something to nibble on. But I stayed true and I made it through, eating only boiled potatoes with the skin on. Now here's tip 1. If you're worried about the hypoglycemic effect of potatoes, you know, that's the spiking of the glucose levels. A, you don't have to, because the body has a wonderful way of dealing with that when potatoes are all you're eating. And for the most part, it just kind of ignores it. And B, if you're still prone to worry, just allow the potatoes to cool overnight and reheat them the next day. This creates a molecular transformation which turns the potatoes into what's called a resistant starch. And the body doesn't digest them in the same manner as it would have otherwise. And on that note, let me say this. I know I haven't really explained the mechanics and the scientific studies of this diet, but that's simply because there are far better people equipped to explain it than me. So if you just do a YouTube search on the potato diet or the potato cleanse, you'll find the doctors that are behind these studies about potatoes nutrition and the resistant starch hack. Right? I mean, if you can really call it a hack, but you'll find it. Okay. So I weighed in this morning at 396. And my goal is to be in the neighborhood of 220 to 250. That's a minimum of just shy of 120 pounds. I'm sorry, 150 pounds in approximately 9 months. Will I get there? Will you be there with me when I do? If you plan on being there with me, please subscribe and come with me on this journey.